Hi, my name is Gabby and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to budget my second paycheck of September. So let's go ahead and get started. So today I'm actually filming in Utah. It is Friday, September 27th, I believe. So it is actually payday, but I did get my paycheck a couple of days early just because my bank processes my paycheck always on Wednesday, so a couple days before my actual payday. I'm actually in my sister's closet because she is out in the living room working, it's Friday, so she's not really working. And then my boyfriend is in the living room as well, or, like the living room, kitchen area, also working. We're all working from one room, and I thought I'd come hide in here in case they have to take a call or whatever, so they can talk and don't have to be quiet. So it's kind of funny. I am just amongst all her clothes, next to my suitcase, next to the washer dryer, just like on the floor. It's kind of funny. But getting back to it, I do have my paycheck. There is a little bit of overtime on here, which is nice. And we do have some overspending to cover. Clearly, there's 6 overspent categories. I did save for this trip, but I have been spending like crazy. There's something about having a car available to me, being able to go to stores that I have in Chicago that I can easily get to in Chicago, kind of, but being able to access them with a car whenever I want, and bigger versions of the stores that I'm used to, like a Target rather than a city Target, more of a suburban Target is, oh, man, let me tell you, I definitely miss living in Salt Lake. I love Utah so much, and not just because of the Target. It's just so beautiful here. I've enjoyed just like driving around, and I've missed the mountains so much. And I'm not going to say we're going to move back, but I do love it so much here, and it feels good to be back. And I've loved, spending this much time with my sister when she was visiting me in Chicago for about 9 or 10 days, and then us being here in her apartment for another 9 or 10 days. I haven't spent this much time with my sister in years. So it's been so good. But anyways, I got a little distracted, but I have, during this time, spent some time shopping as per usual. So we have some overspent categories. We're not going to cover all of them, but we're going to take care of some. So let's go ahead and check those out. There was a little bit of a late fee, $1.50 late fee on our ComEd bill, and that's because I just completely forgot to pay our electricity bill last month. I normally pay it right after I pay my rent, and I just forgot. We were in New York when I paid the rent, and we were on the go, and I just spaced. So $1.50 late fee, so 75 cents for my half. So, no excuse other than just forgetting. Thankfully, it's not that much. So cover that. Personal care, this is way higher than I've ever would have thought I'd be spending, in the personal care category. But as I've mentioned before, my sister came up with like a skincare regimen for me. And I bought all the products this month when she was visiting me in Chicago. I did have to buy one more thing, nothing to do with skincare though, but it does fall under personal care, and that's dry shampoo. I ran out, so I had it shipped to my apartment at the same time that I bought some other stuff from Target, just because I needed to meet the minimum and I was out at the same time. So it just worked out. So the $14.32 is for dry shampoo. Cover that with ready to assign. Electronics, I think I mentioned this when I was filling up my sinking funds, but I did end up buying an Apple Watch. I'm not sure if I did mention it. It's something I've been thinking about for a while. My Apple Watch is it was years and years old, and they came out with a new one when they announced the iPhones earlier in September. The one that I had was in Series 6, I believe, and I've worn it every single day since I got it when it first came out. The battery would often not last through the whole day, and then it, like, the screen would like freeze up on me, so I couldn't use it sometimes. Like, I couldn't start my activities or whatever. It was a little annoying, especially when it would die at night, and not make it through the whole day. A little frustrating. So I did end up getting a new Apple Watch and then trading in my old one. It still works, so I got $85 for that credit. And bought just like a base model Apple Watch. I don't need anything fancy. I did upgrade though the strap because I wanted a metal one. I got the Milanese Apple Watch, and I think I will finally do like a spending recap for the whole quarter, since I haven't done one in a few months, and I will show you the specific one I got. So yeah, got the credit and then upgraded my loop a little bit, nothing too crazy. So there's that. And then I did finally upgrade my phone. It had been a few years, but I did do like a financing through AT&T. It's 0%, so I'm not like being charged any interest or anything. But I traded in my iPhone 13 and got $1,000 credit towards my iPhone 16 Pro Max. But it's split over 3 years, so I have to commit to this one for 3 years to get the full $1,000 credit towards it. So it does come out to about $5 a month. And this is what I did last time I upgraded my phone to the iPhone 13. So I've been paying it was like $3 a month last time to finance my iPhone 13. And I just barely finished paying it off with my most recent bill. So I'm doing the same thing with this one. It worked out well. It is a commitment for 3 years, but I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna upgrade every year like I used 2 years ago. I'm totally fine. I just had to pay for the taxes, which were $75. So all of that is included in the spending that I did in my electronics. So because of that, I do have some overspending of $108. It also does include my phone case for the phone. However, it's kind of hard to explain, but essentially I got a free phone case from work from one of the people on my team. For the iPhone 16. He didn't want it, and it's the exact color I wanted for my exact phone for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So I'm gonna return the one I bought because I haven't opened it yet, because I'm in Salt Lake and the phone was delivered to Chicago. So I'm gonna return it and get about $50 some back. So I'm only going to cover half of this. So I'll just send $55 to this. So I'll do 55 to electronics, and then the rest should be covered with the return that I will do, I think either today or tomorrow, and that will zero out the electronics sinking fund, so that'll be nice. And then the final overspend category is reimbursements, and that is for a work lunch I got, but my work is sending me a check. I should just sign up for like a direct deposit. I just haven't done that yet. I need to figure that out. So I'm just waiting for the check in the mail because it's already been approved and everything. Should be getting that in the next few days. And as soon as I do, I'll go straight into this to clear this out. So I'm not going to send any money to that. For hobbies, I'll go ahead and leave that. So that leaves $1822.78 to go ahead and budget in October. We'll go ahead and just take care of all of the bills. $772.98 to fund the rest of my bills, including rent, cell phone, electricity, and the gym. All of my subscriptions and credit card fees for $44.38. I am considering like throwing some extra dollars here and there to some of these smaller like yearly subscriptions to kind of fill those up and bring down the number that I have to send to this monthly. So I'll probably come back to this at the end of funding October. All right, so all of my food, including groceries and dining out, needs $275. So variable expenses, which is entertainment, rideshare, miscellaneous, and household consumables, needs $67.50 to fully fund everything. The Gabby Improvement Fund needs $185. Yeah. And that does include tennis. Tennis, I don't know that I will need to use the full 100 though. Actually, yeah, because we'll be back. I lied. We'll be back in time for like more lessons the second half of October, so I think that that'll be fine. Yeah, and then finally, the only other category that needs money here would be medical, and that's just $10. Everything else is taken care of, I believe. What is underfunded? The only underfunded things are credit card payments, just because I have overspending in September, and reimbursements, which would be my sister. So everything that I need to fund in October is done for. So let's go back to September and nope, I wanted to stay in October and send some of this money to, let's see, I think I'm gonna send, so I need $15 to Stubbs by 2025, and I have 501, so I will send $9.99. No, I need to send that plus $9.99, and that will fully fund my Stubbs membership. And I think every once in a while I will try to fund one of these fully and then just kind of have less things to worry about, like I did with my renter's insurance, and I'll just do that occasionally. And just the small ones, nothing too crazy. So that one's done. So $457.93 is what we have to work with. I'll go ahead and send $125 to my down payment fund, or whatever this ends up being. I don't need any money for food or variable expenses because it's the end of the month, and as you can see, I haven't spent any money from here because of all the travel I've been doing, and then visitor spending. Like everything else came out of my visitor spending, so that should be good. And then I did want to send some extra money to travel, so I'll go ahead and send like $100 there to San Francisco and LA, because if we look at my calendar, today's the 27th. I leave Utah on the 29th and get back to Chicago. A full week of work, and then a week from tomorrow we leave for San Francisco and LA. Absolutely nuts. So then $232, I have been buying a ton of clothes, so I want to start replenishing my shopping category. I'll go ahead and send $100 to shopping. Let's see. Live events. I'll do $44.60 to live events. Bring that to $400. You know, I'll actually do $150 to shopping. So another $50 there. Let's go ahead and do $30 to hobbies. And then you know what? Yeah, I mean, these are the categories that needed the most. So we'll do $8 there. 33 cents to holding. Okay. Okay, perfect. So the rest of the overspend categories will for sure be taken care of by the end of the month. I'm going to have a lot of money left over in food and like variable expenses to reassign to cover hobbies and electronics. Oh, but electronics will be taken care of today actually, or tomorrow. But I'll have a lot of money left over to like fund shopping even a little bit more. And then even to send some money to like these sinking funds and a little bit more to travel. I think I want to send enough money to travel aside from this $100 to like fund our car rental and gas. I think the car rental, I can save like $300 for car rental, and then that so if I send another $200 for the car rental, I think that'll be enough for the trip. I don't need to save any more, and then the rest will just be spending money and hotel money. I think that should be good. And then I can start funding some of these sinking funds again. So things are looking pretty good, even though this month has been extremely spendy with visitors, travel, and everything, and just my own personal shopping. I am pretty pleased with how this budget is going. So yes, I can't wait to close this month out, but I do hope that once we're back from San Francisco and LA to just kind of take a step back and, calm down a little bit, because I've been, going hard a little with like eating out and with buying things and just being out every weekend. And I'm very tired. That is it for today's video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Bye.